Hello friends, welcome back to Travel and Life. And we were out for a couple of weeks actually because both of us were down with some cold and cough, and also are not getting much time out of our work life. So that's why. But we are back again, and today I am bringing you with the brand new edition of FIFA 21. That is the latest version of FIFA from EA Sports, and we'll be deep diving into the gameplay. And I'll be showing you the entire transfer market for the first season. I'll be starting with Manchester United because that is one of my favorite teams, and I've played the entire career mode of FIFA 20 with the same team. And I'll be going forward to deep diving into the gameplay from training, what are the new additions to the game, and everything I'll be explaining and giving you in the details. And also the transfer season, that's what most interesting for FIFA 21. They have made the upgrades, so we'll be deep diving into the gameplay and everything, simulating the entire first season for Manu in FIFA 21. So let's get on with it. Let's start. Being a FIFA player since FIFA 2000 and seeing the game this year as FIFA 21, it is completely remapped to a different level altogether. Being the transfer market, being the gameplay, everything they have changed, which is very good. And trust me, this time it won't be 8 or 10 goals easily. I have not played a single game so far, but from whatever observations that I have gone through overall in the game, I can definitely say if you are playing in legendary or ultimate difficulties and you have some settings enabled, definitely you'll be having a hard time scoring goals even. So let's start the game and let's see what it has got for us. So I'm starting my manager mode and I'm downloading the latest squad update. So I believe it will have the all the latest squad currently that is there, probably the latest transfers as well. Let's see what it brings. So far, I have not seen any changes compared to FIFA 20, whoever I played. I will just select a random character and I'm just giving my name to it and I will start quickly. So now I'll select the team and I'll go to England and I will be selecting Manchester United to start with. See the budgets here showing and you'll see the menu has a starting budget of around, I guess, around 200. Manchester City having a huge transfer budget, but I'm seeing the teams that having the transfer budgets, and seems like Man City has the highest one. in the EPL, and I'm starting with Manchester United. As I told you guys, I'll be starting with Man U. I am a Manchester United is one of my favorite clubs, and here see there's one option right below. There is one option called financial takeover. This option I have loved because here you can initially select your budget, what you want in the game. So I have selected a hooping budget so that I can negotiate with the big names in the market and have them signed for my club. So I'll be completely remapping my team. I'll be going ahead with whatever the different settings are there. I'm not changing anything. Let's go. So same preseason competition, and I'll be going for that Asia Cup. And now, before moving forward to training or anything, I'll be straight jumping into the transfer market. So these are the things, South America Continental Cup that I participated in. There's Youth Academy is preloaded, mind you, that was not there in FIFA 20. You have some Youth Academy players already sorted out here, and from there you can see the list, you can see the potentials that can available, and you can select it from there. So there is also one more option added, that is the development plans, which I have loved. Now you can actually make the players to play for the positions you want to. So you can train them accordingly so that they are available for the position that you want to play according to your formation, which was not available in FIFA 20. So this is a huge addition which was required also in some cases. So I am sorting out some of the Youth Academy players to whichever I want to keep. So I basically, while selecting the Youth Academy players, I look for the potentials, and I believe this guy here is about 16 years of age and having an OVR of 70 with potential at least of 80. I will try to keep him, and I will release some of them also who are not that much, I don't feel, who have that much of potential so far. So I will release them, and I'll be keeping one or two from the list. The rest I'll be releasing. So after this, we'll be moving forward to the market. Same, having your emails like vision, expectations, scouting of the players are very interesting here. Also, like FIFA 20, we have some pre-scouted players here in the list, which are in the list for you. From here also you can select, like we did in case of FIFA 20. Same thing here, you can shortlist them. So I have a very good find. I will be shortlisting Ferran Torres here because we all know he's a very good talent, young talent, and majorly I'll be rejecting all other because my interest in Ferran Torres only. None of them are, these guys are interested in. So I'll straight away delete them from the list, and all these instructions, mails and everything, scouting network, and this is as I am playing for the first time, all these instructions, first manager mode, everything will come up as an instruction for you now, for you to understand. So now I'll be moving forward to the transfer market. I'll be shortlisting the players, and all the players I'm listing here now are the wonder keys for FIFA 21, and everybody out there who will be playing the game can also take this list, and whatever club you are playing for, these are very low budget players as well, some of them, so you can easily purchase them in your transfer market. So my first pick would be Kai Havertz from Chelsea. We all know what kind of a talent he is and what potential he brings, but see his price range. He's of kind of a hooping price he brings, but I have the budget for that also, so that's why I took the financial takeover to take these signings into account. Now this is another young kid, Upamecano, and he is for central back. I'll be picking him up. And because currently Man U's defense have mostly the older guys, so I'll be switching the team completely just to sign in these guys and play with them. Another name is Jordan Sancho. We all know how big a player he has become. So and he's also very expensive, mind you. So I don't know whether that budget will fit everybody, but see, I will see whatever I can purchase. Foden as well from Man City, and majority of the young kids that we find now are either you will be finding in Barcelona reserve, or in Real Madrid, or in Man City, or in Benfica. Majority of the players I am shortlisting are from Barcelona, Man City, and Real Madrid. Some of them are from some other teams like Benfica and all, but majority of the big young kids, wonder kids that we talk about, who has a huge potential. When you're playing in career mode, at least I think of like playing at least 3 years in the career mode, or 5 years down the line in the career mode, my team where it will shape up. Like so that way I think while playing. So I purchase players accordingly, who can fit into the positions, and just to test out what if they can actually termed as a wonder kids in the in-game features. So currently I'm going for them one by one. I am shortlisting them first. uh, In United, we have Fernandes as a backup goalkeeper, who is a very young talent. But apart from Donnarumma from AC Milan, we have this young kid that I just shortlisted. This goalkeeper, he is another good talent. If you want to purchase in lower price, playing with some teams who are not having that much of a budget, you can easily go for these guys. These are very small budget players. I guess every team can be benefited about this. So I have started with Manu, so I have a huge budget, and I have taken over the financial takeover as well. So I can shortlist anything I want now so far. But if you guys want me to do the same simulation of the transfer market with any other teams, just comment in the video and I will try to produce that as well. And if you want any other feature, we'll be going through the gameplay gradually in some upcoming videos as well. I'll be showing the entire one season of career mode in FIFA 21 entire. I'll be shortlisting my players to the transfer market as well. So, and I will show the negotiations, how they're happening, everything, including the gameplay and the real-time gameplay that EA Sports have brought in for FIFA 21 as well. So if you want anything specific you want me to go through, just comment in the video and I will try to pick that up as well in this upcoming series. Most of these players actually I have already bought. I have played with in FIFA 20 and I had it in Manu itself. I will be sharing you my Manchester United team from FIFA 20's career mode, and you will see all of these guys in my team in FIFA 20. But the budget for all of these guys was very less in FIFA 20, and some of these guys had a huge budget in FIFA 20. So that's what interests me, to see what kind of changes they have bought in for these young kids, and how much they become expensive or less expensive, what has been gone through in the market. So we'll be going through that. That's what I'm interested in as well. I guess many of you will know the names of many of these players, because majorly these guys are the upcoming stars in football. So I guess everybody, some of the names are really common and everybody wants to have them or takes them whenever they play manager. But some players are very new, which I am seeing, like this guy Kubo. This I have not played with him before. I have not heard of him before as well when I played FIFA 20. So this is a completely new addition to the list. So but his potential is around 88 or 89. So he's a very good addition, and he's a low budget player as well. So that's why I'm shortlisting him, because whenever you're targeting in transfer market, basically what the way I play is I shortlist some of the big names as well, young big names whose budget is really huge. So if I don't get to that point like signing them, or is negotiation doesn't happen that good, then I go for these smaller players whom we can get very easily and grow them. You can grow them, play in the first team for an year, and they'll be growing hugely, and then you can just trade them for those big players after a year or two. So that will give them the budget thing will also suit you. But here I can see Haaland, he was not that expensive in FIFA 20, but here he is an very expensive. He has been made that was not there previously. So I don't think I'll be managing to sign in all these big names, but I'll be trying my best to negotiation and to show you guys how the negotiation is been in FIFA 21 and how you can go through with the deals. And while signing in or negotiating, before that, I look for like if this player gets a game time, fairly game time in his current team. That also makes a difference. And while selecting the wages and while negotiating with the player for the contract and the wages, that makes a difference. Even they are coming from teams like Real Madrid or Barcelona, which we know provides a huge wage, but game time is very less. So these guys are interested for transfers as well. So you can get a very good deal on these guys because they want willingly they will go for transfers. So so this is mostly my list. I mostly set it up. Some of the players still I will look for, and one by one we'll be starting off the negotiation. Firstly, I'll be starting with the defense, then firstly CBs, then the RB and LB, then I'll be going forward. I play with a 4-3-3, mostly with 2 CDMs and 1 CAM and 2 wingers and 1 striker and 4 in the back. So I'll be starting with the 4 backs first, and then we'll be gradually moving forward to the striker. So mostly I've sorted out which players I will go for first, and then position by position according to my budget. So let's start. And these players like Almada, Kubo, Tonali, Saka, these guys are utility players for you, means they can play in multiple positions. So like this guy Trincao, see he can be a winger, he can play in midfield too. So these guys are very good buys, and if you get a good deal in lower rates, you can go for them, because they will be available at any position for you, compared like 3 or 4 position there they can play, they can fill up the gap. Like this is a striker, center forward and CAM. So this is again, this guy is a very good utility player. Like these guys can help you if there is any injury in your squad or something. So that is why as a backup, as a reserve or as a substitute, you can play them in alternative matches, and you can put them into training, so that that can be taken care of. Any injury or anything, they can fill up the gap as well. And in substitution, easily you can give them any position as per their list. And now with this feature, you can train them also to play for different positions also. I just searched for Beckham to see whether it is available, but as per the online site suggest, it will be after December 15 only you will be getting the Beckham in-game cards in FUT, and also in our teams as well. Beckham will be available for to play with in his Real Madrid, early days of Real Madrid version will be there. This guy Goretzka, he is one of my favorite players from Bayern, and actually he is a kind of utility player as well. He can play a CAM, CM, and he's a kind of box-to-box guy. So that's why I love him. That's why I shortlisted him, but not sure I'll be buying him or not. But I've shortlisted him in case if I not having my teams that I'm looking for, I can go for Goretzka as well if I have the budget. Now this is my squad list. This is Man U squad, and you can see all the latest ratings and latest additions to the squad as well. You will see Cavani as well listed here, and all the latest OVRs that is available currently as per FIFA card. It is there as we downloaded the latest squad update. And so I'll be putting up some of the players in transfer listing, and I'm seeing my squad, because whenever I'm going for purchasing the players, I know whom to trade with, because mostly I'll be trying to trading out most of these guys, so that we can have a lesser transfer fee. So that's my list now. Let's see, I'm shortlisting guys for transfer market and for trading. Let's see. Trust me, I hate this guy. That's why last time when I played with Man U in FIFA 20, I directly released him from loan. But here, as we have many negotiations to make, I kept him. But I just hate this guy. So we'll start with the negotiations now. So first, my list is Delegit, because he's one of the top defenders as per Wonder Kids with his age. So I've started with him. So let's see how the deal manages. I'll be going forward with I'll be trying for swapping. I know it will not happen, because they see his current market value is huge, much bigger than Lindelof. So I'll have to offer the transfer fee. So I'll be tempting to offer something around 100, but I won't. I will go for much lesser. I will try to match his base price and then take it forward from there. Let's see what they come back with. See, now with Lindelof, they want a transfer sum of around 165. That is huge. So I'll be negotiating here. I'll not be paying that much amount even though I have the budget for it, but I'll be not going for it. I will just negotiate here to see how much negotiation is available. They are not coming down at all. But I know I'll be gradually increasing. I'll be not accepting it because I'm not ready to pay that much of amount on my first deal. That will make it difficult for me to buy the other guys. So this is my first deal. I don't want to spend much here, and I don't think that is the correct offer as well, because now see, now they are going to forward to they have kept my offer on hold for their legit, and now I'll be going for Upamecano. His negotiation we can skip by paying 95, but I won't do that. I'll go for negotiation because I am not ready to pay that amount directly, because I want to trade in some of these players, because elsewise it will be a burden in the squad that I don't want. So I'll be going with Harry Maguire here straight away. He is the highest value defender so far in the squad, so I'll be going forward with him, and straightly they have rejected. I didn't offer, mind you, I didn't offer a single penny. I just went for a trade-in and they didn't get back to me. So that means for Upamecano, this is I'm seeing for the first time. Previously, what happened in FIFA 20, if you are trading in and not offering much, they come back with you with the budget, like this much amount we want. But here we saw for daily legit as well, but here they directly rejected the deal. So I think in case of this, I should have went for some money as well. And let's see, now I'm going for Saliba from Arsenal, and they have directly agreed with it. So I have given Maguire and I have bought Saliba. So it's straight away complete swapping deal. I've not paid a single penny to that. This is a very crucial part here, because here I have seen it getting players go off from here. I have seen in FIFA 20 as well in contracts, but I don't think Saliba will be much interested in high wages, because he's coming from Arsenal, and we all know the condition of Arsenal currently. So I'll be offering a kind of 50 only, and with a signing fee of say 500, and let's see, I guess it would be a good deal for him. Yep, we got him. We have got Saliba here. So my first defender is in. Delegit is still in waiting. I know when we go into the main menu and sim the first 1 or 2 days, I guess the response will come, but we'll complete the majority of the transfers now itself. Again, I'm going for Kabak, because I doubt like I'll be getting Delegit. So, and Upamecano is rejected, so I am going for Kabak here. He is another kind of a backlist for me. His OVR potential is kind of 88. Currently is around 77. So now I'll first go for swapping with some budget also. I'll give some amount. I'll be swapping Eric Bailly here, and I'll be trying to see if they can, yeah, they have agreed to the deal, and see, they have come up with the transfer sum. So I'll be not offering 15 here, because Bailey is a good player, I know, and they would agree in the deal, because as they have come up with it. Now see, they have come up with 13, I put 10. Now this is a kind of the bargaining you can do here. You can bargain the things here, and see the sell-on clause is 20%. I am not changing it because I know I'll be not selling Kabak in near future, so it is not a thing for me, and we have agreed on 12. So we have agreed on 13 finally, and now I'll be negotiating with Kabak. And this guy is coming from Schalke, so I know he also won't be expecting very big amount from as per wages and signing fee. I'll be offering him the important, because I know I'll be playing him the substitutes or in my second team as well. So I'll be keeping him important at squad role. And for the budget here, I think it will be a benefiting deal for me, because Bailey's wage was bigger than this guy, and I think it will be a very benefiting deal for me down the line, because this guy will grow, that's for sure. And they have agreed as well. They want appearances bonus as well, that I will agree very minimum. So I will agree on this, and we have got Kabak. So I've got 2 defenders already, Saliba and Kabak. We have lost Upamecano. Delegit is still waiting. Now I'm going for my midfield. I'll go for this guy. This is a very good player actually, Sadio Tonali. He's in Milan, and actually I played with him in FIFA 20 and I've loved. He has a leadership material in him as well. So now the deal would be whom to trade. First I will go for trade in, and I'll be first trying to go for some players which I feel I should let go to bring in these guys. I'll go for Makitomi, and let's see. what kind of amount they brings in. So they have agreed to the deal, and transfer sum is very minimum, and sell on cost 17%. I have not seen that because it's a very minimum amount, and I know I'll be keeping Tonali for 3-5 years at least in my career mode. So that's not a concern for me. Now going to the contracts coming from Milan, also I am expecting he won't be having a huge wage, so I'll be now playing with it a little bit here. Contract length they have agreed for 4 years, and they have told the wages 54 and 520. I'll accept it directly. So now we've got our CDM as well, and we have sold Makitomi. So one player is gone, and I've got Tonali. Now gradually for the left back. So left back, we all know Alphonso Davies. He is the big name here in the list. First I will go for the small budget players. So I'll be going for Thiago Almada, and I've got him with 24 only I have to pay. So I have paid the fee. I've got him not traded in because it's a very minimum release clause was there. So I have took him directly. Now directly into the contracts. I'll give him a rotation role, squad role. He will agree, that's for sure, because I'll be playing Almada in substitutions mostly, because I don't think he will be fitting in the first starting 11 in every game. So rotation is the best thing to offer. And for the wage also, I will offer very less, like the way I have offered for the other guys. And I believe he will agree on that one also, because he's coming from a very small team. So I don't think it will be an, yeah, see, he have agreed to that. Very minimum wage, and that's done. So we have got one CAM and one CDM and two defenders till now. We have traded in only one player so far from midfield, and also two players from defense. So my list, the players I have shortlisted to sell and bring in, is mostly now filling it up. So let's see. I'm thinking about now the budget in hand, whom to go for, because we have some big names in the list as well, which we have to keep the budget for. So I'm thinking whom to target now and which position to fill up, because my trade-in players owned, apart from Bruno and Pogba, we don't have much more in the list apart from Martial and Rashford. I don't want to sell Rashford considering his form, but Martial I'm not too interested in keeping in, so probably I'll be trading him for Felix. And also Greenwood as well. He's a good talent. He has a potential OVR of 89, but I have much faith in Haaland. I love that player, so I might trade in with Haaland for Greenwood. So those are my targets, but I'm thinking whom to go for now. So one more defender I am thinking, because I have lost Upamecano and one top player we need to bring in if Delict rejects. So I am going for Tapsova. He is another player who has a OVR potential of around 88 to 89, but currently his rating is also around 77. So, and he will be a good buy as well for me, that I think, because he will be coming cheaply. So I'll be going for him first. I need to complete the defense line for at least 4 defenders. You have 4 CBs in your back, so that you can cover up the injuries and substitutions also. So I'll be selling out Tanzabi here, but I don't think Tanzabi would fit in. I'll be going for Marcos Rojo, and let's see. I don't think the swap deal would work. I'll be offering transfer fee as well. I guess they will be agreeing this. This is a good offer, but see what they have asked. They don't want Rojo, and they're asking a transfer sum around 54. So which is a huge one. I will then, what I do is I will just edit it. Let's see, now let's negotiate. So they have come to 44. I started from 34. They have come to 44. So I will now put in 38, and sell on clause 10%. That I don't care at all, because it is irrelevant for me now. At least down the line 3 years I'll be keeping this guy if I don't get a huge transfer budget. So I guess it will be agreed. Yeah, they have agreed for 40, but I am not traded in anything. They are not interested in Rojo, so I am paid the transfer fees and I brought him in. And for the budget, I don't think this salary would be much, wage would be much of a huge one for this guy as well. So I'll be offering him, I'm thinking about 50, but see, I'll be offering him around 40 or 30, I believe, because of the stature of player. Yeah, 40 would be fine for him, I guess. Let's see. Yep, he has agreed on 47,500, and I'm good with it as well. Has an appearances bonus of 1.7 after 20 games, which is good for me. No problem at all. So one more defender I've got. So we have got the defense line covered up now. So now I'll be going for my left back. First is Davis in the list, and from my youth development some mail has come, but that's irrelevant for me. In the squad up now, I will see what are my left back options here. We have Luke Shaw, which we can trade in, and along with that we have Williams. I tend to keep this lad because of his progress card that shows, and Telles I'm not going to trade in now because he is kind of a good player to trade in later with some big names, so I won't be tempted to trade him now. I'll be going for Davis first because he's another big name. So see that release clause, that's huge, but I'm not going to pay that directly. I'm going for the negotiation. So first my target would be to trade in, and I'll be trading him with Luke Shaw, that's for sure. Telles I'm not going to do that. I'll be trading with Luke Shaw only because with the current form Telles might work for the big deals. So with that, some transfer money, I'll try to match in with the release clause that was there. At least 55 I've offered now. So they have directly rejected. So see, for some players like we saw in Upamecano and now for Alphonso Davies, right, they have directly rejected. Even though I'm offering a player and the money, they are not coming up with the response. They have directly rejected it. So now I'll be going for this guy. This is a very young kid and with not much OVR as well. His current potential OVR is 89, but currently his OVR is 72, Nuno Menez, and he will be a direct trade-in value for me. I'll be offering Luke Shaw with 20, and I guess they will be agreeing it readily. Yep, they have agreed. I think this guy I could have got in for less, but I didn't want to take a risk because we already lost Davis and I needed a left back. I didn't want to continue with Shaw. I needed a left back, so I didn't want to lose it, so I got him. I guess we have paid very huge amount for this guy, but considering his potential is around 89 to 90, so whatever his current OVR would be, I guess it would be around 70 to 75 probably. We will see that once he comes in, but I guess it is a good buy for me, even though I have overpaid for it. So contracts is done. We have got the left back as well. So now I'm thinking whom to go for, because I'm going for Saka here, because Saka is another utility player. He can be placed as a back as well and a winger as well. He can play in dual role. So again here I'll be trading Williams. Saka should come directly with trading probably, and see, Arsenal has directly rejected my bid, so Saka is up and over. So now I am not left with any other shortlisted here. So, and I have to go for some other names now for other positions as well. So this is a big name, Vinicius Junior, and he holds a big price tag along with him as well. So I think I won't be selling Rashford with him because we need him at least for 1 or 2 seasons, the form he is in. So I'll be going with Daniel James, and I will try to match in some percentage at least of his base price, which is around 100. So I'll be offering 80 and 19, so it's kind of 99. And see, Zidane has directly rejected James, and he has directly come up with the transfer sum of 84,900. So I'll be not swiping in any players now. I'll be directly negotiating with the base price. So I have offered 75.90. He is sticking to it. I'm thinking about something around 80 might be, but still I will negotiate with it. Let's see how much they can come down. Yeah, still there on 84,900. I think it will be around 80. They will be agreeing on, but still I will try to get it down somewhat. I'm offering 80 directly now. Yeah, see, I told you that's 80. So that's what I was thinking also. The figure would have been 80, but I wanted to negotiate somewhat to save some money at least for future transfers. I'll be offering a crucial for Vinicius Junior because he will be my first 11. I don't want to take any risks here with him because we need him in the squad. Because we have Mata and all, I want to replace them. So he will be the first starting lineup. And his wage demand is not huge compared he is with Real Madrid, so he fits into my budget and I have taken him. So we have got Vinicius Junior, one big name is in the list. Now I'm going for Havertz. He's another big name and very good player. And Chelsea, I think I won't be managing to buy him with trade in, but still I will try. I'll give Pogba here because he is the second highest with OVR player with me with the budget as well. So I will try to trade in Pogba and some amount. Let's see. So they don't want Pogba, so Lampard has rejected and hoping 227, which I am not going to offer at all. But what I'll be doing is I'll be trying to negotiate here. I'll be trying to negotiate with the transfer amount, but I'll be trading in as well. Someplace I'm thinking about submitting the bid of 110 and they have rejected. I made a mistake here. I thought of trading in one more player with it with 110 because his base price was current of 136. So I provided 110, which was very less for that. So, but I forgot to attach the trade-in player, so that's why Lampard has directly rejected the bid. So we have lost Havertz here. So that's my mistake there. But I will definitely try it again in next season because for one season we cannot offer it again. So then in next season I will start it. I will start Havertz, try to trade him in if my team holds any player to trade in. So I'm going for Phil Foden. We have not got Havertz, so I'm going for Foden here. He is from Man City, and I think we can get a good deal here. I'm trading in with Fred and some amount. Yeah, they are interested in Fred, and their good deal has come up with 21. But I won't be paying 21 for Foden with Fred because Fred is already an established player in the squad. So 15,400. Let's see if he agrees. Yeah, he has agreed. So see, they were around 24 they were offering, but I paid only 15. So they have agreed to the deal as well, as Fred is an established player in the squad already. So I guess it's a good deal, and Foden has a very good growth potential as well. With Foden I played in FIFA 20, and within one season if you play him in the first 11, he grows at least from 79 to 83 to 84 in one season. So his overall growth is around 89, so potential growth is 89. Coming from Man City, I expect he will be hoping for a huge wage, but I'll be giving him 50 only, and with signing bonus 400, I believe he will be agreeing on it. No, see, he has asked for 73 and I will accept it because I need this guy. We have lost the deal on Havertz, so I need one young kid on the block. So now my midfield is kind of now shaping up with some names. The list that I had for selling out, I'm selling them out and bringing in the new guys. So now I'm going for João Felix. This guy, I love this young kid actually. He is on the top, one of the top strikers now in the market as per the young lads. So we have only two Martial. I'll be trading in Martial here. Because that I told you, like I will trading in Martial for sure. I am keeping in Rashford, but I cannot keep both of them because I have to give play time to Felix as well. So I'll be giving Rashford and 10 only, but okay, so they have offered 64 200. I won't be paying 64 for sure. No way. I'm offering 50. So still he is sticking on 64 300. I'm thinking the deal could be around 55 probably. Let's see, 54 300 and it's a deal. So that's the deal. I thought about 55 the figure would be, and they've agreed on 54 300. So we have saved around 10 there. So that will help me out in the next negotiations also. So whatever budget I'm trying to negotiate very safe negotiation after those rejections, because some players we are losing, those are key players for me. So I'm trying to bring in these some of the key cover up the key areas of the track with some big ones. I will not be negotiating much with Felix because he's coming from an established team and he's a regular there. So whatever he says, I have agreed, and we have got Felix, and Martial is now gone. So now we'll be going for Sancho. This will be a big one. He is one of the most expensive players currently in the market. We all know that. His current value is 140. I won't be paying that much for sure. I'll be trying to trade in with some players. I'll be offering some names as well. But I'm thinking whom to go with first. I'll be trading with Pogba. And I'll be offering transfer sum is 140. I'll try to match it, but I will play 100. So 188 I'm offering with Pogba. But look, they don't want Pogba, they want 236, which is absurd number. Really absurd number this is uncalled for. I was not hoping for this kind of a negotiation with Sancho. I thought like they'll be interested in Pogba, and because Pogba is an established player and having a good OVR as well with good growth rate. So I'm trying with Dibic, but he's a young talent here in established talent as well. I'll be trying to go for Matic, but I believe they won't be interested in Matic as well, because Matic is also another guy who is not much of a year left in him. So see, they have rejected Matic as well. They're sticking on 236 700, but that is definitely not going to suit my budget here. I'll be 136 700, that's what I can offer, but they're sticking to it. So I am not sure which player to trade in for Sancho, but I'm not willing to get that much, spend that much on Sancho as well. So I'm thinking whom to give. So I'll not be giving away anybody like Rashford or all. So I'm going back to my midfield list and I'm going for Dibic. I know he's a young talent and a good player as well, but let's see if Sancho agrees to come on that, if Dortmund agrees on it. So okay, they have got my deal on hold now. So again, Sancho's deal is on hold. Delegit is already on hold. Now I'm going for Haaland here. I believe Haaland, as I told before, I'll be trading in Greenwood for him, because Greenwood is another guy with having potential OVR of 89, but Haaland is much more established than him. So I'll be trading in Greenwood for him, and I'll be offering some of the transfer budget as well. Okay, they are not interested in Greenwood, so they have come back with directly the transfer sum with me, but still I will negotiate. I will try to give in Pogba here also. Nobody is willing to take Pogba in, I believe. So let's see if Haaland's deal comes up with Pogba trading in, but again they have rejected Pogba as well. So every single player I have tried to trade in for Pogba, they have rejected it. I don't know why, but still let's see. I'm offering some transfer sum here, reducing what they have asked for, because I'm giving Matic into the list, and this deal also is on hold now. So all the three big names are on hold now, and I won't be negotiating much now before moving forward in the time. I am tempting to go for the Munich player here, but I think it won't be the right time for it, because Goretzka again will ask for an hefty fee around 100. So that's why I want to keep the three that is on hold first, to see what they come up with, and then I'll be going forward with the rest of the negotiations. So that's all for today, and it's been a whooping long video, 45 minutes. I have this is the first day of transfer window for the season starting with Manu, and we are seeing some great deals happening and some are waiting as well. So in the next video, I'll be simulating the trainings and all, and I'll be moving through the gameplay. I have not played a single match, by the way, as I told you guys. So whatever I'll be doing, I'm moving forward with you guys so that you also have the same updates. And if you want me to by someone else and some players you have in your mind, just comment, and so that I will trade them in as well. And also if you have any other teams in mind with whom I can do the same things, and so just comment in at that as well. I can after simulating this with Manu, then I can start on with that. So do comment on all those your views, and if any other details you want for that, just comment in. And if you like the video, just like and subscribe and share as well with your friends. And don't forget to click on the bell icon, because whenever I post the second video of this series, you will be notified immediately. So till then, good night.